Well, Michael Vishen Halamage has been enjoying a good season. He's in the top bowling ranks as well as the batting. One of the top run scorers in this tournament. He's the top run scorer with 228 runs. And in bowling too, he's got 9 wickets to his name.
Former Pete captain Polly has the ability to hit the ball quite hard. He's been doing it right up to the quarterfinals, leading the runs this tournament.
So there you are, about to start the first delivery of the game. It's Chamika Karunaratne. Outside the off stump, let it go to the wicketkeeper.
Bowling from the pavilion end. Just that one slip. The point covers, extra covers, and a mid off on the offside, and I'm sure there'll be a third man as well. On the leg, there's a short, fine leg, and the mid on. There's a man deep on the leg side. First runs for Panadura. Ranga off the mark.
So this brings Vishen Halamage on to strike. He's the tournament's highest run getter. 228 runs for him. Facing to Chamika Karunaratne.
So interestingly, Polly, Panadura looking to put out something around 150. I think that should be enough for their bowling, and it's Vishen now. Just to see how he'll go about his game. Normally likes to go after the bowling.
Yes, he has a high score of 83 runs. Vishen Halamage. That's work to be on the leg side. He's off the mark with that single. Taking Panadura Sports Club onto 2.
Always good to get that first run off the bat in the first delivery. Gives the batsman a lot of confidence. He must be brimming with confidence. 283, is it, Polly?
228 runs.
Just 7 games, averaging 32.
What is important, Michael, is his strike rate, 168.88. Very good strike rate coming out the top.
Yeah, we all know that he likes to hit the ball hard. Now must be, having other ideas, get a decent start. What they need to do is try and not give wickets to NCC.
Yes, that's exactly Panadura Sports Club will be looking at to get on to a good start. Put a lot of pressure on the NCC bowlers.
Got a deep square leg for Aranga. Bowling on the off stump, packed offside field. 6-3 field basically.
Fairly decent over by Chamika Karunaratne up to now. Just 2 runs going of 5 deliveries. Bowling into a good line, good length. Aranga has faced 4 deliveries for his 1 run.
See in the background, Polly, blue skies with a little bit of whitish clouds. No threat of any rain.
That's short and hit upishly over the cover point area. Batsman trying to work for 2, and they get it quite easily. 2 to Aranga takes him on to 3, and the score moves on to 4. So that's the end of the first over. It's 4 for no loss, Panadura Sports Club.
See that delivery outside the off stump. Not going for a full-blooded shot, just hung it back out in the air. Luckily getting it over the fielder's head that covers and the point fielder's head. The NCC, sorry, that's the Panadura
Center, sir.
players in
Thank you, sir.
next in. Dushmantha Chamira from the center, 2 national caps.
Well, they also have Matisha Patra in their lineup. So it's a good bowling attack for NCC. Dushmantha Chamira might be wanting to have a good performance for him to come back into the Sri Lanka team.
Coming off injuries, needs to start well. Shortish, but straight to the field. Oh, bit of misfield. That's not good to start off. Bowler will not be happy. 2 runs to Vishen.
So Vishen Halamage moves on to 3. He likes to play some shots, Vishen Halamage. Has a very good strike rate, 168.88.
In a similar field, so there are 4 on the leg for Halambage. Likes to play it square off the wicket most of the time. And glided down to that wide third man region.
One more run to Vishen Halamage. He moves on to 4. Score moves on to 7. Definitely want to get on with the game. Halamage playing some shots. Dushmantha Chamira.
Left hander. It's a 5-4 field, 4 on the leg. And just stand and deliver over the mid of fielders. That's the first boundary for Panadura and Eranga. So right up there, just followed it. Not afraid to play it in there over that infield. A few bouncers to the fence.
Well, that was a nice hit. Connected it well, hit it over mid-off into the boundary. 2 bounces into the boundary, 4 more runs to the total, taking it on to 11. Panadura Sports Club winning the toss and deciding to bat first. It's Chamira running away from us. It's another shortish delivery. Goes to the wicket keeper.
Bent his back a bit more this time. Extra pace. An extra bounce. You can clearly see that. Lucky that he didn't get it on the bat because it didn't seem he was in control. Ball may have just gone up.
Seven runs coming in this over up to now. Dushmantha Chamira's over. 2 more deliveries remaining. Short again, he tried to work it towards the third man, misses it completely.
Tried that uppercut. I think again, the pace. Yeah, definitely. It was in 2 minds first. Tried to. Not sure exactly what he was having in mind.
Try to gain some extra width by moving away from the body. Eranga is on 7.
2 dot balls after that boundary. Much better for Chamira. Again tried that same shot. This time too close to the body. It was to the wicket keeper. End up for the second over. Panadura moved on to 11 for no wicket. Chamira. None for 7 after 1.
Two good deliveries, the last two deliveries. Had the batsman in all kinds of problems. Ranga trying to go look for some width. Trying to put it over extra cover or towards third man. Missing it completely. It's Chamaki Kararatha to continue. Bowled a very good over, the opening over. Just gave away 4 runs. And he'll be bowling to Vishen Halambage, who's on 4.
It was a very good first over volley by Chamika. Just the 4 runs.
That's nicely played by Vishen Halambage. That's gone over the rope. Nicely played. Uppercut over the third man boundary.
That was the first 6 of the innings. Yes, that was asking to be hit. Was a fielder there, but no chance. Just going and fetching it.
Watched that ball very well, Michael, and got it perfectly. So take Vishen Halambage on to 10. 10 coming off 4 deliveries.
That's the Halambage that we've known. See that ball well. Short delivery pulled away. That was a slow delivery bowling. You have to wait for it. But waited and used it perfectly. Pulled it along the ground. There was a fielder there, but no chance for the fielder to get round. It was at square leg.
You see that off the back foot, watching it very carefully, waiting for that. Pulled it away nicely. Halambage getting another boundary. 2 expensive deliveries. The first 2 deliveries in this over. 10 runs coming off those 2. A 6 and a boundary to Halambage. Panadura Sports Club getting off to a good start. It's nicely pushed away back to the bowler this time.
Bit of pressure on Chamika after those first 2 deliveries. But coming back well. Dot ball. The experience. Sometimes you can see the leg cutter when he tries to bowl it. The one that went for the boundary.
Short again, but this time Halambage not being able to get hold of it. That ball rushed through, Michael, I think.
And did you notice those 2 deliveries when it went to the bowler? Halambage moved away because knowing Chamika would have thrown at the stumps. Known for a bit of aggression.
Well, that's Chamika Kararatna, we know.
But it's controlled so far.
That one shot and put away nicely this time. Over mid-on. That's gone over the rope. 6 more to Halambage. He's looking for runs.
That is getting plenty of runs. Probably 20 of the side deliveries. That was also short. That kind of pace from Chamika. Don't think you can afford to keep dropping it short to a batsman, who has been scoring runs. It was easy.
Well, it looks very confident, Michael. Vishen Halambage getting his shots well. And again hit over the bowler's head this time. Has 1 bounce into the boundary.
Quite an expensive over, Polly.
20 runs coming off it. Vishen Halambage moves on to 24. Panadura Sports Club 31 for no after 3 overs.
Now there'll be a bit of discussions after that over. 31 of 3. This is a very good start by Panadura.
Looks like a bowling change coming on. Lasit Tembuldenia being called in. All the batters were getting runs easily off the paces. So Sana Arachike deciding to go for spin. Left arm.
Shot.
Straight down the ground. First ball. Ranga gets it this time. That's gone to the boundary. 4 more runs.
That was good afternoon, Lasit.
One ball.
Just over his head. Few steps. Coming out of the space and just 2 bouncers into the boundary over the safe shot. Now pressure on Lasit. Nicely worked out on the leg side. Just a single. It's good cricket to the boundary, rotating the strike. Rang has moved on to 12. Vishen to strike. This is going to be interesting, Polly. So Vishen going to go after the bowling. Likes to hit the fast bowlers.
Yes, definitely. We'll have to wait and see what Lasit Tembuldenia is going to do with Vishen Halambage. The informed batter.
He'll be more comfortable bowling to the right hand.
Coming left arm round the wicket to the right hander. 36 on the board.
That was darted in first delivery. Again,
Driven.
to the fielder.
Two dot deliveries by Lasit Tembuldenia. That's a bit of misfielding. That's gone wide of the extra cover fielder. Could have stopped it, I thought.
It was the second time, Polly, the fielders in the ring letting the ball go. This one to the boundary. Oh, that was not very good. Halambage will take it. Another 2.
That one short and put away over mid-on. That's gone to the boundary. Vishen Halambage really going after the bowling. He's on 32. 44 on the board after 4 overs for Panadura Sports Club. Must be definitely very happy at the moment.
Another expensive over by Tembuldenia. 13 of that first over. 44 now. 11 runs and over. Halambage on song. Dealing in boundaries. 32 of just 13. This is a very good start by Panadura. They won the toss and decided to bat. No terrors on the track. Ball coming on nicely. See another bowling change. Patirana.
You see the last delivery of that previous over. Sana Arachike looking for Matish Patirana now. Right arm fast. Matish Patirana.
Well, I'm sure this was not the plan. Matish generally comes to bowl. The ball is a bit older, but after that over from Chamika, went for 20. Decided to go for his main fast bowler. Short cut away, but straight to the fielder. Fresh off IPL.
Well, these two batters have really got the runs. Set the tempo for Panadura Sports Club. Projected score with this rate is 211. They have a run rate of about above 10 per over.
That should change with the game progressing. Oh,
that was a slower delivery by Patirana. Beats the batter. Oranga was off the back foot waiting for that shorter delivery to cut it away.
Two looseness, I would say, just still ambling in. But good way to start. 2 dot balls. Be confident.
Short and hit uppishly could be taken this time. Yes, Matish Patrana gets a breakthrough. Oranga trying to pull it, didn't get hold of it. Held caught at mid-wicket. So that's the first wicket to fall at 44. Panadura Sports Club loses their first wicket.
So say taking an easy catch. Just getting another delivery. You see that again. Not pulling it from way outside the off stump. No control. The field had enough time to just get under it. Matisha strikes. First wicket down for Panadura. 44 now for 1. Lanka walks back to 12 of 13 deliveries.
Well, Sahanara Chike, the NCC captain, would have really wanted a breakthrough with much as Patharan has delivered for him. Bringing him a bit early.
Well, his wicket-taking bowlers, probably, so I'm sure this is what he wanted.
Vishen Halabagi is on the non-strikers end. He's on 32 of 13 deliveries.
Definitely NCC might want to see the back of Halabagi as well. Nisala, the new batsman.
So 44 for 1. Short and worked away nicely this time down the leg side. Towards short fine leg, they get a single. So Nisala is off the mark. We see the replay of that last wicket. Short delivery. Oranga was not very much confident with that shot. Tried to take it away from wide outside the off stump. And Ravindse had plenty of time to get underneath it. Had a good catch. That is the first part of the wicket to fall. That's Halabagi again. Standing and delivering it. Hit it over mid-off. That's gone to the boundary. 4 runs. 4 more to Halabagi. He moves on to 36 and the score moves on to 49. That's a slower delivery. Nicely picked up by Halabagi.
Halabagi is still in the mood, Polly. Just loves those boundary shots. See, straight back and kept that pose all along the ground.
Well, he's batting with a lot of confidence, Michael. Playing his shots pretty well. Middling them well.
Well, full of confidence, Polly, like you said earlier. Highest run getter in this tournament. Bit of pressure now on Matisha. There we see. That's what pressure can do. Going for that bounce and going straight down the leg side. So wide. First wide. Coming the 5th. Oh, yeah, definitely. Didn't like that shot over his head. Make sure that tell the batsman you're not going to do that again.
Yes, that's the first wide been called by the umpire. So it's 50 on the board with that run. That's nicely played by Halabagi. Worked it away nicely over our third man for a 6. So he's getting those shots very well. Vishen Halabagi moves on to 42. 56 on the board for loss of 1 wicket, part of the Sports Club after 5 overs.
Thank you, Paulinus and Michael. Good evening, Gamini.
Yeah, hello Hartha, hello everyone. It has been an intriguing 5 overs in this semi-final. Vishen Halambage has been in destructive form and he's been punishing every loose ball so far. Dushmantha to his second over. Nisala Taraka has been promoted up the order. He's not known for his batting heroics, Haritha, but when it comes to T20, there are no specialist batters or specialist bowlers these days. So, yeah, I think he's doing his part because all he needs to do is to get his partner back on strike. 42 of 15 balls. What a knock it has been so far.
And Nisala Taraka from Mahinda College Galle, where he played his school cricket. Better known for his bowling. But this man, Vishen Halambage, the former St. Peter's skipper, he has the highest individual total, second best. For Panadura Sports Club, he made 83, Vishen Halambage. He's enjoying his cricket. This is the way he knows to play the game and enjoy. Just bash it. From the time that he played the first 2 big matches and failed with the bat, this is a great recovery. Sangeet Kure of Colombo Coals has the highest individual score of 93 not out. Wedlock for him. We wish him all the best.
Hari. Halambage just stood there, ball watching. Nisala Taraka wanted to get his partner back on strike.
Thought there was a run if he was smart enough. Played off the back foot. The ball travelled quickly, although it went very quickly to the fielder there. Sahan Arachage, the NCC skipper, but I still thought there was a run if they ran with the shot. Because that's what Taraka wanted. Halambage, he was never going to make a run out of that one. First impression was to step out.
Yeah, still persisting with that shorter length from Tamira Dushmantha. Obviously, before this game, Haritha, NCC, high fancied side with a lot of pedigree and experience in their lineup. People would have expected them to walk all over Panadura SC, quite inexperienced and few youngsters. But so far, this short burst from Vishen Halambage has put all those questions to bed.
Yeah, Dushmantha Chamira played his school cricket at Maristella Negombo. Really quick bowler. Operating from the side screen end or scoreboard end if you want.
When I had a look at the pitch, it looked hard, very abrasive, hardly any grass on it. But having seen the first 6 overs, you can clearly see that it's holding up a touch. And obviously, Tamira Dushmantha is in that category where he's over 140 to 150 km per hour these days, and even he's thrusting. Now this is the pitch. As you can see, it's quite dry. It's been used. There are no massive cracks. There's nothing sinister on the surface either. Having said that, bowled him. The off stump went cartwheeling.
Nisala Taraka. So the 2 wickets have come from this side screen end, and clean bowled him. Dushmantha Chamira in line with the stumps with extra space. Didn't rise up too much. Played all over it. Well bowled.
Yeah, first time we've really seen Dushmantha is pitching it up. Obviously, Nisala Taraka, as I mentioned just a moment ago, that he has made some contributions with the bat in hand, but this was a massive task against quality bowlers. coming back to the pitch, Haritha, there are no massive cracks or there's no indentations as such. So it's quite a dull pitch, as you could call it, but quite rightly, I think Panadura in a semi-final wanted to bat first. Yeah, 170. Well, depending on the composition of your bowling attack, it will come very handy. They're well on their way to do that, but suddenly NCC have got an opportunity. They've opened the door to come back into the game. Sasindhu, the new batter.
Sasindhu Malshan played his cricket at Dharma Soka College, Ambalangoda. School cricket, I mean. This is Ravin Sayer coming into bowl. Down leg side. They'll need to be careful with their line and length. Yeah, Ravin Sayer.
Yeah, interesting cricketer, Ravin Sayer. I can remember a few years back, he was captain in Trinity College. He was a big turning off spinner back then. Had to remodel his action at some point in time. Now he's become a leg spinner. Those are quite handy numbers. When it comes to T20 cricket, a wicket a match is par.
He'll work very carefully with this. They want runs on the board. They don't want too many wickets lost. They've had a very good start at almost 10 runs and over. The first power play.
I think even the NCC Brain Trust, the think tank, will be monitoring this situation quite closely. I think this is a surface where you need to make the maximum out of it while the ball is new. That's hit straight. That's a nice hit. Very nice hit. The key to his batting, that brings his 50. What a knock.
Second 50 plus score for Vishen Halamage. It's come at a very opportune time, Gavini.
There were a lot of people who believed in this kid when he was playing for St. Peter's, the ability, and he used to have a good head on his shoulders, but today it just shows that not only the ability, the way you handle big occasions, which you require if you want to go to that next level. That's a terrific knock. 51 off 20. That's a nice hand.
Yeah, they'll have to get him out quickly. He can be a very destructive player if he gets going, and if he stays there, doesn't want to hit everything. End of a rather expensive Ravin Sayer first over, 9 runs off it.
Yeah, strike rate 268. Key to his knock so far, Haritha, from what I've seen, is his base. He doesn't move his feet that much. You know, when you face these quality bowlers, when they move the ball off the pitch or in the air, when the ball is moving, you have to stay still. If you are moving and the ball is moving, you are going to be found out. But most of his shots, even the ones that he ramped it over infield on the offside towards third man area, he had a good base. So good base gives you a good head, good still head, and which allows you to maneuver your hands on either side of the wicket, off and on. Yeah, certainly the base I've been very impressed with.
Nasit Ambuldania played his cricket at Royal College. Quality bowler he is, very experienced. Yeah, Vishen Halamage now has 51 in this knock. 279 runs aggregate. By far the highest aggregate as far as runs scored in this tournament so far. Second best is Lairu Madhushankar with 165.
Bottom edge. Ravin said just the fielding. Just the one. This is a very important pace of this innings, or you can call it in this game as well. 7.2 overs. The batters have come out all guns blazing. They've turned the heat up on these very experienced NCC bowlers, Haritha. So now can they... But underneath it, Well, very good effort.
Very good effort, all right. That was Dinet Gunodana in his debut season for NCC. Just dipping on him. If he held on to it, it would have been very good. Down on one knee, it was always dropping. He did very well to stop the boundary.
Very well, is an understatement. It fell well short of him, but had the presence of mind, very easily. That was an occasion where you see injuries take place. You're in danger of getting hit on the face. But like you said, it's new blood. They are very courageous these days, the new boys, aren't they? Oh, not a bad over from Ambuldenia after some high-scoring overs.
He would be happy. Yeah, that first over from Matisha Patirana. First 3 balls, dot balls, then he got a wicket and then conceded a wide, a boundary and a 6. But he could make a difference. That 44 plus partnership for the first wicket between Eranga Jayakodige, former Nalandian, and Vishen Halambage was very good. Laid the foundation for a big total.
Yeah, now let's have a look at some of these shots. Now have a look at his feet. Now ramped it, that's his first 6. He's in one position all the time. Both his legs are on the ground. That's another one. There is another one. So you can go on and on. He stays very still when he strikes the ball.
They'll have to be smart on the field, NCC. They know they have a task to control these batters. Head coach is Ian Daniel. The manager Aljamin Franke. The cricket secretary Furviz Maroof. Now scorer Saman Gamunu Amarkon. Very animated anytime you talk about NCC cricket.
Didn't really come off the middle of the bat. A very rare miss hits from Vishen Halambage.
Whether he tried to actually hit it in the air or whether he wanted to put it on the ground, I couldn't really pick up because the back, he was with the back to us. Yeah, when he bowls these leg spinners, leg break bowling, I always try to remember him as the off-break bowler.
Yeah, normally the leg spinners are pretty much side on. They get front arm towards that right-hander's leg stump. That's well bowled. Just took the pace, just a touch. Yeah, it needs a big hit to clear this CCC boundaries. Most of the ground, it's 72 yards, I believe, and only that Maitland Crescent side, there's 65. That's up in the air. Fielder is getting underneath that one and comfortably taken. Well, there is a prize wicket of Vishen Halambage and Ravin Sir. He picks up his first.
Yeah, the setting sun was in his eye as the ball was skied up into the cover region. Take a look at this. Miss it all together. Yeah, he went down, went behind. Good technique.
Yeah, only a moment ago how I was talking to you about Haritha, about his base and how he gets into positions to maneuver his hands. But
Nothing was there.
That was that's not what you wanted. Trying to clear his front leg, it was the wrong length. Could have, if he looks at this replay, he will probably think, oh, I could have gone towards mid-on or over the bowler's head because ball just dipped on him and he was not in a position to adjust. Projected score still 175. I think it's a fair total on the surface.
Yeah, Nimesh Vimukti comes out to the middle for Panadura because of this.
It was what you call a shot in the middle. Neither a straight bat shot or a horizontal bat shot.
He could have even used his feet and get to the pitch of the ball. It didn't happen that way too. Nimesh Vimukti. Played for Mahanama Panadura, experienced cricketer.
That was an off spin.
Because he was the left hand. Yeah. He went full over. Wicket taking over. As far as Panadura is concerned, their coach is Chintaka Fernando. Their manager is Sabu Veerasurya. The cricket secretary is Chamin Dehiga Spitia. They've got their cricket consultant Sunendra Kumara. Played in that championship winning team for Panadura. And then the scorer is Sanjay Jayasinghe, very experienced. He's had a top hand in having the Sri Lanka cricket scorers organized to this level these days. Vimukti. Watches from the bowler's end. Abul Denia lost his rhythm, lost his line, everything.
That nearly landed on the other strip.
Almost. Yeah.
That's a round arm. That was the round arm. Oh, very, very close, I'll tell you. It just skidded through. There was no loop. Yeah, maybe the angle. Umpire thought it was going to go down the leg side.
Chamaradi Soiza is the umpire. Is there with Rambukwalla, Pragit Rambukwalla. Chandrika Amarasinghe is the standby umpire. Pradeep Jayaprakash Dharan, the match referee. Oh, brilliant. That was very good catch on the outfield. I wonder whether it was Dinesh Gunawardena.
Yeah, again, that young blood, Dinesh Gunawardena, is a terrific fielder. Mind you, he can do a lot of things with the bat in hand, the ball in hand. He's a terrific cricketer, ideal for this kind of format. And good to see that NCC Brain Trust have trusted these youngsters to play in these big matches. And well, he put all the perceptions to bed, didn't he, with that kind of a catch. And yeah, terrific. He had to time it, had to have the technique to slide his arms along the ground. Easily could have popped the ball, but yeah, terrific catch, terrific technique.
So Sasind Malchan departs for 4 of 8. And 81 for 4 into the 10th over. All of a sudden, wickets are falling. And NCC are clawing their way back into this game.
Yeah, it's inexperience that we spoke about, Harita. After getting a terrific start, suddenly they're trying to keep the momentum in the next 5 or 10 overs or so, but some of the options they've taken, some of these middle order batters will be very disappointed if they see these replays. But Ambul Denia strikes for the first time. Another opportunity for NCC. 4 for 81 suddenly, and 2 new batters at the crease. And
Dushan Hemanta is the skipper. Former bit right. Very good all-rounder.
Again, a flatter trajectory. Yep, great catch. Never easy, those ones.
Yeah, the technique of fielding. Talk about the batting and bowling. Oh. So they are finding it difficult to even cross over. You could see that the batters are under pressure. Nimesh Vimukti a bit lucky on that.
Oh my goodness.
Round arm. An absolute ripper that was. Halfway mark after NCC were asked to field first in the semi-final. Panadura SC 83 for 4.
Well, Panadura Sports Club 83 for 4. NCC in the last couple of overs managed to get a couple of wickets. They've brought themselves back into the game. Getting 4 quick wickets now. 83 on the board for Panadura Sports Club. That's Dushan Hemanta.
This is what can happen, Polly. You get a good start and then suddenly you tend to lose your way a bit. But still, 83 in 10 overs. They bat sensibly. I think still they can end up getting a decent score. The skipper wanted something like 150. Well on course to get that.
Well, NCC has a very strong batting lineup. The problem, Michael, is whether 150 will be sufficient in this wicket.
That's good running. Very good running there. Getting 2 runs. We let run in from the boundary.
Nimesh Vimukti and Dushan Hemanta. Good bit of running between the wickets. Dushan Hemanta is on strike. Captain of Panadura Sports Club.
Leg spin. Actually was an off spin.
Dushan Hemanta been among the wickets, Michael. So must be wanting to get a good score and then come and roll his arm. Because NCC definitely has a very strong batting lineup. They see his T20 carry 818 runs.
To bet a bit longer. It was a close call. Running to that fielder. It's the stumps, but this one I made it. The long bats get a feel of how he needs to bowl on this track.
That is Nimesh Vimukti. Good bit of backing up by Dushan Hemanta. '86 on the board for Panadura Sports Club.
Have to be a little bit careful, not don't want to get run out in stages like this. To build a partnership with new batsmen. 3 and 4 deliveries faced.
Still plenty of batting left, Michael. 10 overs remaining. They got to bat up to about 15 to 17 overs and then think about going at everything.
But basically 9 overs left. Like you said, Polly, yes, 16. But they don't lose wickets. Take this up to about the 16th over and then see what you need to do. Get a good rush off the track as well. So the ball taking some turn. It's so batting second, not going to be easy.
It's nicely played towards the extra cover boundary. Just a single down. Panadura Sports Club definitely looking for that 150 plus score. Plenty of time remaining. 9 overs remaining.
Good
8.5 to be precise.
Left and right hand combination here. Well, then he also needing to change, going over the wicket for the left hander. rushed.
පාරක් ගන්නවා දැන්.
Still rushing it again.
වැරදි හිටියා.
Neatly worked on the leg or running towards that fine leg boundary. Batsmen have come back for 3.
That's again good bit of running between the wickets, Michael. Getting 3 runs there.
This is what you need, Polly. Make that scoreboard to move.
You don't need to go for big hits. Just get 2s and 3s. Try to work the ball around, get those runs. That's what is needed. Panadura Sports Club getting off to a very good start. Vishen Halabage getting 55 of just 24 deliveries. Gave them that start they needed.
But I think after his wicket, they slowed down a bit and he's managed to pull it back.
This time nicely played. But there is a fielder right down there. Just a single.
There was a call for catch it, but was calling well in front on the second bounce. They should just need to keep rotating the strike.
That's good with a bowling by Embaldenia. That's the end of that over. So that's 12 overs gone. NCC definitely trying to push those overs through. 8 overs remaining. Dushan Hemanta, the Panadura Sports Club captain, at the centre there. He's on strike. Ravin Sayer to continue. Right arm leggy. That one short and off the back foot. Hemanta pulls it nicely. But there is a fielder there at the mid-wicket boundary. Just a single. Takes Hemanta on to 8 and the score to 95.
Embaldenia has completed his quota of overs. No maidens, 1 for 26. Ravin Sayer bowling his 4th, has 1 for 20 so far. Sliding down the leg. And missing that, I think batsman will be disappointed. Nimesh had some easy runs there.
Ravin Sayer trying to bowl a bit squarer. Arm dropping a bit that time.
And do something different. Slips in.
Nimesh Vimukti. He's on 8. Waste 9 deliveries for his 8.
So you see the difference when right-hander comes on. Bowls the leg spinners. That's once again good running. The ball barely went out of the 30th circle. The run 2.
Yeah, these two batters have been running well right throughout the innings. Getting those 2s and 3s. Trying to keep the scoreboard ticking. Very much in.
Well, it needed a direct hit. So bowling the leg spinners to the right hand and ball square arm to or spin to the left hand. Again another single. Completes Ravin Sayer's quota. 1 for 25 of 4.
And Panadura Sports Club after 13 overs are 99 for 4. That's a fairly decent score, Michael, after 13 overs to get 99 on the board. Of course, thanks to Halabage who set the tempo at the top. Getting 55 of 24 deliveries. Nimesh Vimukti is on 9 and Dushan Hemanta on 11.
Seen 5 bowlers so far. So I think Ilses will just go in with that, or might say a sixth bowler. I think seeing Pathirana coming back.
Yeah, Pathirana will definitely bowl his 3 overs, 3 remaining overs for him.
Just 1 for 12.
The problem will be Charmika Karuratna, been pretty expensive, 2 overs 24. Dushmantha Chamira also might bowl his 2 overs. So they'll be remain with another 2 more overs to be bowled.
Maybe we might see Arachige coming and rolling his arm around.
Yes, Ana Rachige, yes, he can bowl.
Or even Jivaka Sachin, I think, also bowls.
It's nicely played, beautiful shot. That's gone over the rope. Dushan Hemantha took it on the full, flicked it away nicely over the mid-wicket boundary. Beautiful shot that is. You see that one, there you are.
Well, that was right in the block hole. He just moved his front foot away. Didn't think he got all that.
Wonderful shot by Dushan Hemantha. He moves on to 17 and the score moves on to 105.
Pressure on Pathirana now. In driven. And just a single. Doing the right thing. After that 6. Managed to get a single. 7 runs in 2 deliveries.
Yes, definitely they might be wanting to push it a bit more now. 7 overs remaining. They see the field on the onside. There is a squalling right on the boundary, a mid-wicket, a mid-on the boundary. And on the off there is a third man. Cover point. Super cover right on the boundary. That's nicely worked away there. That's going towards the cover point boundary. 4 more runs. This time it's Nimesh Vimukti getting that.
Using the pace of Pathirana, just tabbing it down to that vacant area. That's beating the point fielder. Third man just getting some bat on it. Third man had no chance to come around.
But Mathisa Pathirana cannot afford to offer some width, because with his pace, just to tap that ball, he can get it into the gap and it will raise into the boundary.
11 runs in 3 deliveries. Then has already gone for 23.
Once again, that's nicely played again this time, but there is a fielder. Just a single.
Interesting call. 2 fielders there. So one deep point and a third man, but pretty close to each other.
A wide third man, wideish, very wideish third man. Mathisa Pathirana, 12 runs given away in this over. In 4 deliveries, 2 deliveries remaining. These 2 batters have settled down now, looking for the runs. Dushmantha Hemantha, that's an appeal, but most probably might be missing the leg stump.
By quickly moving away.
Runs were given, I think, Michael. Looked to have been off the bat. Was there a signal of a leg by?
Maybe the umpire thought it was off the bat. It's given as a run. Sure, it really went off the bat, because I thought it was a loud appeal by the bowler.
So it's Nelson on the board, 111 for 4.
Dot ball to finish. Adesha's over.
That's a pretty expensive over, 13 runs coming off it. 21 for 25 off 2 overs, Mathisa Pathirana. Panadura Sports Club, 111 for 4 after 14 overs. Nimesh Vimukti is on 14 and Dushan Hemantha on 19.
So now both going more than a runner ball. Shan way ahead. Just the 16 deliveries for his 19.
But let's see the current run rate pulled back to 7.93. And the projected score with this run rate is about 159. But Panadura Sports Club might be definitely
See off spinner Sahan. Like we said, Polly, going to come in. Even Matisha Patina going for runs. Try to get a few overs to slow this run rate.
That's nicely played by Dushan Hemanta. They're looking for the second, but they're happy with one. These two batters going almost to run a ball. Although they can go up to the 16th or 17th over, then they might be going on full stretch. This is Sana Arachke, 50 wickets, average of 17.02, best being 4 for 8. Played 83 T20 matches.
Certainly can bowl, Polly.
That swung away down the leg side, going towards the mid-leg boundary, well fielded inside the boundary. Meanwhile, the batters have gone for 2.
Run moving on to 20 of 17. Been pretty busy. Few spectators watching the game. Some respectability now from 80 out for 4. Nicely bowled. Oh, that's wild throw. One made it into 2.
Well, these two batters have been waiting for that opportunity to get that additional run. The running between the wickets have been very good.
Well, that was so wild. Dikwella would have to fly to get his hands on that. Sure, the fielding coach must be tearing his hair off. Fielding has not been really good, I would say, from NCC. They've given away a few runs, additional runs, especially the fielders in the inner circle. I think maybe it can be pressure. A semi-final.
That one nicely played by Dushan Hemanta towards the mid-on region, get a single. See Michael, 7 runs coming in this over up to now. 1 more delivery remaining. Sana Arachige.
No boundaries, just the 2s and the singles.
They might be wanting more than that after this over. The last 5 overs of the innings. That's nicely played. But again, there is a fielder. Just a single. So Sana Arachike going for 8 in that over. And 119 for 4 after 15 overs, Panadura Sports Club.
Vishay Nalambage and his opening partner Ranga Jayakoduge put on 44 runs for the first wicket, and this 5th wicket partnership is now 39 runs between these two. Both are into the 20s. That's the scorecard. You could see Vishay Nalambage breezed his way through 4 sixes, 5 fours for his 52nd half century for him. NCC missing the services of their top wicket taker Sampath Nishanka from Mahanama Colombo. That's the bowling card. 4 bowlers have picked up a wicket each. Nothing for Chamika Karunaratne, who opened bowling, and Sahan Arachige, the captain, who bowled the last over. But he was good enough. Just 8 runs off the first over. Matisha Patirana has picked up 1 wicket, but he's been very expensive, 1 for 25. But it's his experience. He will probably be used. See, they lost the last 3 wickets for the addition of just 20 runs. I was talking about Sampath Nishanka. 12 wickets in all for NCC. And he was the only one to have taken a 5-wicket haul in this segment A against Moors. Picked up 5 for 19. T.H. Sarath, the curator here at Maitland Crescent. Very experienced, over 40 years in the business, preparing wickets. He's been with the Queen's Club, tennis, CCC and Gymkhana. Bowled him. Dushan Hemant played right across. That's the second wicket for Matisha Pathiran. That's his experience.
Yeah, this is
Rather Dushmantha Chamira.
Chamira, yep. Back at the length delivery, just clipping the bail, or played on rather. Yeah, 120. Well, we've got 28 deliveries to go, so just 1-6 for Dushmantha. That was a terrific shot off. Dushmantha Chamira, that helicopter shot on the on the onside. Yeah, so far in this innings, Harita, people look for boundaries in T20 cricket. So there have been 5 sixers, 8 fours from Panadura SC, and with just a tick under 5 overs to go, if they can get another 5 or 6 boundaries, they'll probably get more than what their skipper wanted at the toss. He wanted 150, didn't he?
Yeah, he was keen to get 150 on the board. Vishwa Lahiru, Sri Lanka under-19 player, also from the area, Panadura. Played for Sri Sumangala. Yeah, he can handle the bat. He can come up with 10-15 runs and keep company with Nimesh Vimukti. It will be helpful for Panadura.
Yeah, high score of 25 in T20s. Yeah, that will be a handy contribution. If he can get to that high score, 25, we've got 23 deliveries left. Sorry, 27 deliveries left, I stay corrected. Dushmantha Chamira 2 for 11, good figures there after that onslaught at the start from Vishen Halabage. NCC had to climb up the size the situation, and they've pegged them back somewhat, but 160, 170, well, I reckon on this pitch, Harita, it will be a very competitive score. Well, that's what you call in old language chin music.
I'll tell you, he was undecided whether it was going to be a quick delivery or a bouncer. Evasive action in the end by Nimesh Vimukti. So it's the confidence of the bowler now. He's taken 2 wickets. He's into his 3rd over. He's not conceded too much. Great recipe for some offensive bowling.
Not where he intended, but he'll take it. I think the idea was to go towards the onside, beaten for speed, splice it over point. Well, what do you call that shot?
I mean, he got a 20 plus in the quarter-final, Nimesh Vimukti. In fact, most of the top order batters got past 20.
Yeah, when you look at the composition of this NCC bowling attack, now the 2 spinners have finished their quarter of 4 overs. Ambul Denier and Ravin and skipper himself has bowled 1. So 9 overs of spin so far. We are into the 16. So next 4 overs, We'll probably go with Patirana, who's got one more after this delivery. Karunaratne has 2. Patirana, Matisha Patirana can be used as well. That's another short delivery, well directed from Dusmanta Shamira. 5 off, a wicket, or 6 off rather. A wicket in that over. 125 for 5.
Panadura will feel confident. They have Senitha Halambage and Sahan Mihira, who can both get double figures if they bat sensibly, but they would want these two to bat at least another couple of overs and put another 15 runs probably. They seem to be in a spot of bother. The frequency of the boundaries have been curtailed.
When you take the opposition that you need to deal with, the scale of task is become a lot more difficult. And Matisha Patirana, one of the well-known figures when it comes to death bowling in white ball cricket. Dusmanta Chamira, who bowls around 145. So you got 4 overs of those two. 10 runs per over probably will be the ideal scenario for Panadura. That's nicely played. Very unusual for that fielder, Dinet Gunawardena. He's just like behind the wicket keeper then.
That's for the intended bouncer and the miscued hook or pull. It would probably go in that direction. He's now been called into the 30-yard circle for the left-hander at third man. The man behind the wickets with the gloves, Niroshan Dikwal. When he was playing for Trinity, he captained the side into a schools triple, which also included the only time schools cricket played 2020.
Yeah, squeeze it out on the offside. Good length from Matisha Patirana. As we all know, it's quite predictable. Patirana, he trusts 3 or 4 things when he bowls in these death overs. One is that Yorker, as the ball gets older, it tends to slant towards that right-hander's pads. Then he's got that deadly, vicious short ball. Then he's got a slower ball to go with. So on a pitch like this, it's all about mixing up and how to read your opponent. There is that slower ball, the off cutter. It's very difficult to judge it off the hand because of this unusual action of his.
It's building up to be a good game. I only hope that the weather will hold up very well. Not only for this one, but the next one also, where the home team is involved. CCC is involved in that game against Moors.
Once again, that slower ball.
So the lack of boundaries and the accumulation of dot deliveries not helping Panadura.
Yeah, I had a look at the pitch, Harita. I think it's a lot slower than I initially thought. So obviously, an experienced customer like Matisha Patirana knows exactly what you require on a surface like this in these overs. The two slow balls and the fast Yorker. Has he got underneath that one? Yes, he has. Just made it. That's a good strike. As if he was expecting that delivery. It was in the slot. Had to get underneath it.
I wonder whether it was Chamika Karunaratne there, the long on boundary. Yeah, it was him. Just evaded his fingertips. Yeah, CCC, wonderful venue. There's hockey, rugby, cricket, tennis at the Queen's.
Once again, that slower delivery from Dushmantha Chamira. He was so early into his shot. Nimesh, yeah, you mentioned about this beautiful facility. It's in the heart of Colombo 7. Incidentally, this is I think, if I'm correct, the oldest club in Sri Lanka is the club in that hill country. That's Ian Daniel. He's the NCC head coach, along with Kitruan Vitanage as his deputy.
Yeah, played Sri Lanka A cricket from St. Joseph's. Wonderful opening bat.
Oh, he was a terrific bat. He was so good on the eye. Yeah, coming back to this venue, Dharavala, I think it was. It's the oldest club when it comes to sports, but the second oldest, the oldest in this region, is the Gymkhana Club. You know, this facility was called Gymkhana Club, CHNFC, CCC. There are all kinds of sports.
Yeah, and if my memory serves right, there long time ago there was a cycle race here at this venue too. It has undergone tremendous infrastructure development. The lights, the first for a club in Sri Lanka.
Missed out on that one. The intention was to get under it and just ramped it maybe over that fielder inside the circle at third. Just didn't have the execution. Yeah, what a great initiative to have lights for a club, and now we are reaping the rewards now, because our T20 cricket is being played under lights amongst the clubs, and kudos to the administrators from this venue as well as Sri Lanka cricket. Haritha?
Long time coming, but better late than never. Congratulations. It's not easy. A lot of logistics to be worked out. Live coverages of this nature.
When I did the pitch report, I actually mentioned about bowling on this surface. When it comes to the paces, you need to have your length variations and your speed variations. This is exactly what we are seeing right now. And two most experienced bowlers in Sri Lanka cricket when it comes to wide ball, Pathirana and Dushmantha bowling from either end. This was a quicker one. Well, it's always painful when you have about 140 k's per hour.
Nimesh Vimukti, 31. Well, I think Panadura would want him to bat there as long as possible. So he's in some discomfort. He'll need some first aid. The magic spray probably. He's not showing, but it's very painful. Did he get it on the fingers? By Chamara de Souza. Loves. Is the physio coming in or what?
I think he got it on his bottom hand or the fingers.
Whichever way, he's in a lot of pain.
Well, you got to be when you have the 140 thunderbolts coming at you. Beaten for two slower balls and then sent him the quicker one. He was 2 seconds late on it.
See, it's important that he's a vital cog while he's on the field. He would bowl. There it is. I thought he got it somewhere near the fingers, but it looks like he's got it on the elbow. I only hope he won't have a tennis elbow after the game.
I've seen worse. I've seen people cracking their bones getting hit on that one. Yeah, you won't be smiling if you get hit on that. He's smiling. He's seen the funny side of it.
I got the feeling that that would be the next man in. Sahan Mihira. Yeah. Hiroshan Dikwal, captain Trinity to Schools triple. League, the knockout, and the 2020. The only time Sri Lanka Schools Cricket Association played 2020 cricket.
Right arm round the wicket. That's again very well executed. The plan is to bowl across the stumps against the right-hander. Very fine. Third, just right to Dick Weller inside the circle. Wide third and a deep point. So the idea is not to give length. Happy with just the one.
Vishwa Lahiro. Couple of balls remaining for Dushmantha Chamira. Take a look at this over. Just one leg by. Slow and very wide.
Yeah, Vishwa was just skimming towards that off stump. Now have a look at his feet. Yeah, just across. Yeah. That was way too wide.
He was trying to bowl at the wide crease. Missed it altogether. He was not aiming at off stump, definitely.
Yeah, never easy for an umpire these days when the batsmen are dancing around the crease. You got to take into consideration at the point of delivery where they actually stand. Because bowlers have the luxury to use that extra room outside the off stump when the batters move across. 7.74 the current rate, projected score 155. They'll probably need maybe 10 more. I'll say 165.
Yeah, let's wait and see. This is a wonderful spell for Dushmantha Chamira. He not only picked up wickets, he kept the scoring to a very bare minimum. Last ball of his spell.
Nicely bowled, very good finish. Under any circumstances, 4 overs, 2 for 17 in a T20 game. Well, you've had a good day in the office. And not only that, Harth, it's nice to see that he's up and running at full fitness levels. Dushmantha Chamira, I mean, obviously, Sri Lankan Brain Trust would only hope that all these quick bowlers are nice and fit. And you got plenty of options when it comes to white ball cricket, and there are plenty of them around, but we seem to have very bad luck when it comes to these quick bowlers. As Kitron Vitanage, the assistant coach for the Non-Decrypts Cricket Club.
Just across the road. Lights are on at CCC. Vishwa Lahiro looking for the ball. Excellent Yorker length delivery. Yeah, NCC have done very well to curb the flow of runs over the last 5 overs or so.
Yeah, both Nimesh and Vishwa are good strikers of the cricket ball, and that's why they are in this format. And but right now against these bowlers, Haritha, they are a long way away from their comfort zone. They've got good control, these guys. Patirana, once again, wide delivery. It will be called a wide. Yeah, more often these slingers seems to get that ball to go away from the left-hander as the ball gets older, particularly the wide ball.
The NCC think tank would think that he's somewhat underperformed unless he comes up with 5 magnificent deliveries. He's quite capable of that. Playing and missing Nimesh Vimukti.
Yeah, when it comes to T20 cricket, Haritha, you know, you got to outthink your opponent and you got to be unpredictable as possible. But a bowler of this nature, Matish, obviously he's going to go for some runs. And this time he waited for it. May have not come off the middle, but enough on it. Over mid-wicket.
They want the boundaries. They really do want the boundaries. Nimesh Vimukti. They want him to bat the next 9 balls and take all the strike if possible. The current president of the Sri Lanka Cricket Board and a former president played their cricket here.
That's been dispatched towards square leg. Well, that was very poor option. I think Dickwalla is letting his bowler know you can't give fast, short length deliveries to a left-hander of this quality. You just have to get some bat on it. Yeah, 2 boundaries in 2 balls.
Yeah, that's 10 of 2 balls.
Yeah, at this stage of a match, Haritha, sometimes you get hit for a good ball, but that's not a good one. He'll be very disappointed with that, and Dickwalla was very quick. Suddenly, this 41 of 32 from Nimesh is becoming very handy knock for Panadura SC.
2 more deliveries in his spell for Matisha Patirana. He's already gone for 45. That's a lot, mind you.
Yeah, that's better. Fuller slanting across the left-hander. 7.96. With a couple of hits, they will get there to 160. I reckon even against a very formidable outfit like NCC, you can just see Dickwalla saying exactly what I just told you.
How many runs are they going to get? You think they get another 10 of the next 7? Oh, agony. I said 10 of the next 7. They've already got 5 with 7 remaining.
Yeah, that's all gone wrong. Well, it's never easy for a keeper.
First slip could have also got a boot to it. Never happened that way.
Well, that's dreadful. Those are the coach killers. Suddenly this has been a very productive over. Get some bat onto that one to deep point. 1 bounce.
He's crossed over and he'll retain the strike, Nimesh Vimukti. That's important for him.
So 1-5-6 for 5 with 6 deliveries to go. I'll tell you what, the 2 semi-finals been worked off today. CCC will play Moors under lights, and if you are anywhere near this facility, you can come and watch some great cricket. And what a semi-final it has been so far against a high-riding, much fancied NCC team, Panadura SC, after toppling Coles in that last match, Haritha.
Yeah, when the skipper Dushan Hemantha was dismissed, the total was 120, so these two have added 36. Vishwal Airu has only 4 in that partnership.
Well, he wouldn't mind that because Nimesh is going great guns. Kanaratna 2 overs 24. He bowled from the pavilion and 38 degrees, is that right?
What?
Minimum is 31, so it's between that. 20. Yeah, that wind was actually a factor. When I was in the middle, there's a strong breeze coming from the Independence Square side to the Maitland Crescent. Projected to 164. I think NCC will be very happy that Nimesh gets off strike with that one. Vishwa.
See, he can put bat to ball, Gamini. Because Chamika Karunaratne is not express pace, not the pace of Dushmanta Chamira or Matisha Patirana. Occasional quick ball, yes. He's been expensive too. First 2 overs, gone for 25. 82 wickets. Best of 4 for 11.
Plenty of experience for Karunaratne when it comes to T20 cricket. Very recently in the Sri Lanka Cricket Awards, he was judged the best all-rounder, wasn't he? Yep, I think so. For last year's T20. Toe of the bat. Just the one.
Kamil Bishara was not given a ball. And Chamika Karunaratne, because he was expensive, he's gone 1 over less.
Yeah, interesting tussle this. Karunaratne versus Nimesh. Karunaratne normally trusts that shorter length, maybe taking the speed off by running his fingers over the seam. Nimesh has a technique only he understands. If he gets that length, that waist high length, this is going to go towards that Independence Square, that side. Mistimed. Out. It's exactly the length I was talking to you about, Haritha.
I think that was Kavin Bandara holding on to the catch. Nimesh Vimukti did his part. 43 of 35. Short delivery. Shot was on. The height, not the distance. Good catch. Partnership 38. Important. So 3 good partnerships, 44, 40 and 38.
Three fours and a couple of sixes for Nimesh. Very good hand. When he walked in, that was a very tricky situation that Panadura SC were in Haritha. Easily could have gone the other way, and NCC could have used that opportunity to keep it to a lower total, but he had other ideas, and his knock has certainly given Panadura SC bowlers something to bowl at. Well, very strange. That's modern day T20 cricket for you. Oh, I'm actually not sure. Chamara, so is obviously one of the very experienced umpires. And Chamika Karunaratne is asking, oh, that's off the pitch, nearly. That's why.
Sahan Mehra is the new batter. He could bat. He could bowl too. Picked up 4 wickets in the quarter-final. With Vishen Halamage, 13 bowlers have picked up 4 wickets in an innings in this tournament so far.
Yeah, apart from the wide, this has been a good over for Chamika and NCC. Sahan Mehra, just the 2 innings. That's a good strike rate, 142. 10, that means what? 2 hits, mate. Yeah, the 2 balls remaining, 2 hits, that's all you need.
4 balls, 4 runs in this over from Chamika. That was cheeky. It's another wide. It's going to be a long over. In the big picture, these small mistakes can matter.
Yeah, so far there have not been any boundaries conceded in this over, but like you mentioned, already it's an 8-ball over, so 2 balls remaining, 2 boundaries here. Panadura will be very happy with 163 already, a good score. Over the keeper's head.
Oh no. Never mind. They took a hell of a chance. Never came off with it. Matisha Patirana sending that return to Niroshan Dikwalla.
It's the last delivery of this innings, 8.29. I'll tell you what, you had a chat with him when you at the toss, Haritha, the Panadura skipper. He said he won 150. I think they've done pretty well. I actually thought this wicket is around 170 par, but after I saw the first 10 overs, I thought, well, 150. Yeah, you can bowl at, because the slowness of the pitch and certainly these slower bouncers and slower delivery from the paces will be far more effective. But Panadura SC, obviously, they've got many spinners in their ranks, haven't they?
They have some wicket-taking bowlers in their ranks. At least he got bat to ball. Not a particularly bad over. That was Nadun Darshana Ahangamage crossing over of the last ball of the innings, his first. 164 for 7, is it? 165 for 7. 15 runs is 10% more than what he thought.
Yeah, on an abrasive pitch where it's holding up a touch and close to 70-yard boundaries, and Panadura Sports Club makes 165 for 7 in their allotted 20 overs, and thanks to a blistering knock from Halambagi at the start, that laid the foundation, the platform. But as you could see, as the ball gets older, it's becoming that much harder to penetrate. But yeah, tactics will come into play in this run chase. Haritha, definitely they'll be talking about the first 6 overs. This is the onslaught from the openers at the start.
Jayakodige and Halambagi, the left and right hand opening pair. They went hell bent, putting on 44 runs for the first wicket. They treated the bowling with disdain. Great shots from the right hander in particular, Vishen Halambagi.
Yeah, I mentioned it last time. His base, the way he triggers Halambagi, very effective. Got loose hands on either off and on side.
They picked the field very well, read the bowling effectively.
That was the first wicket. Matisha Patirana
getting the wicket of Eranga Jayakodige.
Halambagi continues. That was another terrific hit. Nisala Taraka was clean bowled. That brought Halambagi 50. This was his downfall. Yeah, at this point, NCC had a glimmer of hope thanks to a brilliant catch from Gunawardana.
They were 80 for 4 when Dushan Hemant and Nimesh Vimukti got together. Their 40-run partnership for the 5th wicket not only gave them confidence, and that was Dushan Hemant, cleaned up by Dushmant Chamira.
That went the distance. Just cleared Chamikaranatha at long on.
This is Nimesh Vimukti.
Yeah, got to mention about his contribution. Thanks to his 38, Panadura,
I think he got 40 plus.
didn't he? Yeah. So yeah, that was a great hand. This was the last over, and the run out going for the second.
Sahan Mihira was the one dismissed.
So that's all she wrote when it came to highlights, and 165 for 7 of 20 overs.
It's gloomy. I hope the weather stays that way.
Eranga 12, Nisala Sasindu didn't really make an impression.
Yeah,
But Nimesh 43 at the end was terrific. 21 from Dushan, yeah, it was a good contribution. But to me, the difference between 120 to 165 was that 55 of 26 from Vishen Halabagi.
4 sixes and 5 fours. The second half century for the opener. He's expected to do well with the ball too. Senitha Halamage and Asanka Manoj didn't get a look in out in the middle.
Chamikaranatha, 2 overs at the start, 33 for 1. I thought Chamira Dushmantha was very impressive. Changed his speed, length, 2 for 17. Lasit Tambuldeniya and Ravin Seven both went for 4 overs. Maticha Patirana copped a bit of stick. 51 off his 4 overs, Sahan just 1 over.
Between Dushmantha Chamira and Lasit Tambuldeniya, 26 dot balls. That's something that NCC would have thought was very constructive on their part. But see, second, third, fourth wickets fell for the addition of just 20 runs for Panadura. That's when NCC came back and then lost the plot thereafter. The next 2 wickets added something like 78 runs. So winning
a beautiful evening here at CCC, the first semi-final. Panadura, after winning the toss, decided to bat first. They made 165 for 7 on the other side of the break. We will have NCC chasing 166 for a place in the final.
The second session of the first semi-final of the Major Clubs T20 Cricket Tournament, where Panadura got 165 in the 20 overs, and NCC needing to get 166 to win the game and find a place for them in the final. Say good evening to Michael Adams, who joined me in the box. Good evening, Michael.
Very good evening, Polly. Good evening to all the viewers. NCC in pursuit of 165, 166 needed to win, and Dickwell off the mark in the second delivery. 2 runs easily.
Well, NCC definitely might be wanting Niroshan Dickwala to set things up for them in this run chase of getting 166 to win this game. That's down the leg side, a wide being called.
Senitha Halambage, the bowler. And 2 batsmen, Niroshan Dickwell and Jivaka Sachin.
That's nicely played by Dickwala this time. He gets it over the rope. So 6 runs to Dickwala, takes him on to 8. And NCC score moves on to 9. That's a lovely shot.
Down on one knee, Polly. Going away. No fielders in that region.
So Senitha Halabage bowling the first over for Panadura Sports Club.
again loves playing that sweep, the sweep and the reverse sweep.
So Jivaka Session gets an opportunity to take strike. 10 runs coming up to now in the first over. NCC started off their chase well, but still a long way to go. They need 166 to win this game to book their place in the final.
Started off pretty well, Polly. Also the stumper trying to go for that cut. Wide of the crease, Polly. So you can see it's not going to get a lot of turn with the way he's bowling. He's going to bowl it to bring it into the right hand a lot.
That ball brought a single for him, so his Jivaka Session is also off the mark. 11 runs on the first over. NCC in their chase of getting 166 to win this game. 11 for no loss. Well, NCC might be depending a lot on Niroshan Dikwala to set up things for them in this chase, Michael.
Yeah, he has the experience. Just needs to stick out there. The runs will come. A lot of experience.
Well, he is in form and got 131 runs to his name in this tournament. Played 6 matches.
He's also in that top 10.
So Nimesh Vimukti, slow left arm orthodox. 59 wickets, average of 21.98.
Probably, and the smartest thing is the strike rate, 170.12. Niroshan Dikwala.
Yes, that's exactly what I said. NCC might be really wanting him to set things up for them.
Panadura will want to see the back of him quite quickly if they need to make any inroads. Appeal, but slightly down the leg side.
His leg by being signalled. One more run to the total. 112 on the board. They need another 154 to win this game. Still a long way to go. They see Niroshan Dikwala's career. 149 innings, 2,934 runs, average of 21.41, strike rate 144.74, highest being 79 not out. That's his T20 career. Niroshan Dikwala.
We all know what he can do, Polly, on his day.
I think Panadura Swasla pulled a trick out of their bag, starting off with the spinners.
Well, maybe wanting to get a few overs before the dew sets in. Bowling under lights, the lights all on. Not sure what the dew is these days. So that was in there. Would like to see a replay of that. The bowler and the keeper were shouting for the catch. Just in there. Oh, off the fingertips was it? Ends up in the boundary. Well,
That was a close call for Dikwala. Did he judge it well, Michael? I thought he didn't move for it. Should have moved it a bit quicker. Dikwala, 13 for him. Some of the spectators watching this game. 16 on the board for NCC.
It's a loud shout again. They've been down the leg side of pitching outside leg, was it? Let's see. Oh no, it was turning. It was turning away. It pitched in line, but
Yes,
definitely-
umpire Chamra Soisa thinking that it might miss the leg stump.
I think that was a good decision, Napoli. You can see the ball taking turn.
Yes, definitely there was some kind of turn in it. So that's the end of the second over. 16 on the board. Dikwala getting 13 of those. So it's Halambage to continue. Halambage gave away 11 runs in his first over. You see the required run rate 8.33.
This is a Zenith Halambage, not Michelle. He's bowling his second. One Halambage opens the batting and the other Halambage opens the bowling.
Is there a relationship between those two?
I think they're cousins.
මේ දෙක ඕනද? නෑනේ. පොඩ අතුල් කරලා තියන්න.
Sanita Halambage bowling his second over. 17 for no loss. NCC
Well, has
chasing 166 to win.
Dikwell has scored 13 of that of just 8 deliveries. And Jivaka taking a bit of time, 5 deliveries, just the 2 runs. But doing the right thing, getting that single and getting Dikwell on strike.
That's again nicely swept away uppishly, but over the rope.
Second 6.
6 more to Dikwala, takes him on to 19. And the NCC score moves on to 23. There you see going on one knee, hitting uppishly, but clearing the ground very easily. Niroshan Dikwala.
That very good timing there. Loves that sweep shot. Make it look very easy. But the ball is new.
And he bowled him. This time he pushed it a bit quicker. Dikwala giving himself room, tried to work it towards the third man. Missed it completely. And Senat Halambage gets that breakthrough which is needed. And NCC losing their first wicket at 23, that of Niroshan Dikwala.
Well, he guided it onto the stumps, Polly. He made a lot of room for himself. Should have gone the other way. Boy, bowler followed him. He made such a lot of room that he guided it onto the stumps.
So Dikwala goes back, bowled by Senat Halambage for 19. Well, it's 19 coming off 10 deliveries.
Got a decent start. That has to walk back. Mishara, the new batsman.
Good player, Kamal Nishara. Mishara.
One left-hander replacing another.
Well, Senator Halambage getting that important breakthrough, getting that important wicket of Niroshan Dikwala. Kamal Mishara, the new batter who has walked in. Very capable batter.
See a slip caught in. The ball is just following the opening wickets and trying to guide it down again. Mishara has to walk back without troubling the scorers. And that again.
You see the replay of that. Mishara was a bit surprised with that delivery. Senita Halabage gets another wicket. So NCC 2 down for 23.
What's happening?
Mishara has to walk back without disturbing the scorers.
Not sure what shot he was trying to play here, Polly. Not sure of the pace of the wicket. Just opened his stumps and tried to run it down. And there was a slip. So it was a dangerous shot that he chose to play. So walk back for no score, and Sanitha on a hat trick now.
Well, I thought, Michael, that ball kept a bit low because he's a tall guy, trying to work it down towards third man. So Sahanara Chige, the captain, who walked in. NCC 2 down for 23, needing a further 143 runs to win this game. Will that be a tall ask for them?
So this is the third left-hander. Left-handers repressing left-handers. Another Chige 62 matches 1065 runs, averaging 24.7 and a good strike rate of 120. His highest being 66. And boy, will NCC want him to repeat that. Suddenly 23 for no loss, and now 23 for 2 after just 2 deliveries. A lot of confidence there, and City now attacking the stumps. See the 2 wickets. See, look at where the Queller is. My gosh, he was asking for trouble. So already moving down the leg, and this one again seeing the ball short, like you said, the ball is just keeping a bit low, but should have gone with straight bat. Just to go with the horizontal bat and pay the price for it. That's 3 overs gone. It was 2 for 18 and NCC 23 for 2.
Well, Sahanara Chige will have to carry a lot of responsibility. Of course, a very capable player. Seen him playing some good knocks. Nimesh Vimukti to continue. Just gave 4 runs in his first over. Jivaka Shashin on 2. Didn't have much of the strike, Jivaka Shashin.
He's seen 2 batsmen come and go.
It's down the leg side, could be called wide. Yes, it is. 1 more run to the total takes it on to 24.
Already to turn back in, but it's going on. Another loud shout at that one. Really would have missed leg.
Nimesh Vimukti coming left arm around the wicket to the right hander. And pitching it that I thought pitched outside the leg stump, Michael.
Oh, anyway, it could have been missing leg body with that. It was going on with the arm. Oh, again.
That was a quicker delivery.
Off the bat
And
onto
off
the
bat.
pads.
Off the bat came into the pad.
He was lucky that he didn't roll onto the stumps after that. It went forward.
There you see.
Well, he's not sure. Can you see what he's doing? He's not sure what is going to come out of the hand. So trying to play it very late. Feet nowhere. And this time, it looks even closer, but he was using his feet, so I think that saved him. Because she has no clue what's coming out of Nimesh's hands.
Yes, definitely. Jivaka Shashin struggling there.
I think the best thing was to get that run, go to the non-strikers, and yeah, he was coming out of the. I think the ball was would have missed off stump. It was a good decision there by umpire. These bowlers, they'll shout for anything, Polly.
Well, they're very much on top of the game at the moment, getting those 2 wickets. NCC 25 for 2.
Yeah, now the required run rate has moved on to 8 plus. Should be easy.
But Sana Arachke, a very heady player. He can control things.
They need
NCC will depend a lot on him.
They need someone to, just, bat right throughout.
මල්ලි දුවලා යන්න.
But run rate 8.57 now. Quickly things can change.
එයා බයි වැඩේ.
Flighted runs on there, but Shivaga just can't get it away. Now I think he's just trying to hit out and
Looked a bit nervous, I think.
yes. And there again, plays it late. This time covering the stumps. Another single. Ends the fourth over and NCC at 27 for 2.
මේක හොඳට දැම්මොත් ඒක පවුලේක
2 overs, 7 runs for Nimesh Vimukti after Senitha Halamage picked up 2 wickets in the last over. 2 left-handers, Kamil Mishara for North, and before that the experience opener back in the pavilion. NCC will rely on these 2 right-handers to give them a decent base and a decent tick. Niroshan Dikwal looked to get over the task of scoring quickly, but he perished.
Yeah, good evening, Hartha. Good evening, everyone. What a terrific match it has turned out to be. 166, out of which 138 is required of 95. What I know that was from Senitha, that last one. You know, very often in these short format T20 games, little moments define the big moments, and that was one little moment that Panadura suddenly found some energy. 2 wickets in 2 balls, and 2 left-handers who could do a lot of damage when it comes to white ball cricket.
Senitha Halamage from Dharmasoka Ambalangoda now has 11 wickets. He is on par with the skipper Dushan Hemanta. Panadura also have Viren Halamage, who has got 9 wickets. So a spin-heavy, spin-friendly bowling attack for them.
Yeah, as you can see, they knew exactly what they were doing from the start. At the toss, they want to do bat first and get some runs on the board. So the spinners will come into play later on, and now they are applying a lot of pressure on these experienced NCC batters.
Jeevaka Shashin from Devapatiraja Ratgama.
And also you can see is that, see the energy that they're showing on the field. They're inexperienced, all right, but they're up against it, you know. But they believe that they are in this for a very long way, and
I don't know whether they would be able to show you, but there is a giant screen here at the CCC ground. I know they use it for rugby. Now they use it for cricket too. Just adjacent to the practice nets for the schoolboys. The academy nets, well known. Nelson Mendes School of Cricket.
Four overs completed, or 5 overs completed, 32 for 2. No doubt during the break the NCC dressing room would have spoken about the first 6 overs, how to take the initiative while the ball is new, see whether you can do enough damage and wipe out some of the runs of this 166 that they required. But Panadura obviously came out with other ideas, and they opened with spin from either end. They still continue to operate spin, this time from the commentators' end. Let's see, and Daniel.
Jivaka Sachin bisected the fielders on the onside with that brilliant sweep. In control, not trying to overhit.
Yeah, nicely played. That was in the gap exactly where he wanted.
Yeah, he took it
That's
from
a shorter side too, Haritha. There's 65 yards on that side, that Maitland Crescent side.
Yeah, and then took it from well outside off stump. Safe shot.
Well, this is the last over of the first power play. I don't know whether that's a correct option. There's a fielder on 45 degrees point and a cover behind the crease on the offside. So a lot of risk involved if you're going to play that shot, unless you get a lot of power and try and hit over the infield. Oh, very lucky. Inside edge. Once again, very difficult option taken by Jivaka. Looking to break his wrist against the turn. Current run rate 6.91, already required with 8.83. So keep a very close eye on that one. Required run rate. Like I just said, see those three fielders on the offside. A few people have turned up in numbers, I'll tell you.
Yeah, more people would come in the evening. You should actually.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a wonderful
Friday
facility.
night. Friday night, start of the weekend. T20 cricket with some of the best players out there in the park. Oh, full toss. He would have wanted more from that one. Jivaka.
So he's got into double figures now. So I think the skipper, Sahan Arachige, played this cricket at Ananda. I think initially he played at Bandaranaike Gampaha, if I'm not mistaken, as an under 15. He was involved in final. Sri Lanka cricket nurturing these players from those very young ages.
Straight to the fielder, end of the first power play. Haritha, 39 for 2. We just going to mention, you mentioned about Sri Lanka cricket, and this is a terrific initiative that they've taken along with, in collaboration with ThinkCube Systems Private Limited, with officially launched. They're going to have a free-to-air TV, cricket on TV, on TalentTV very soon, and so many streams and so many channels. Well, in line with the mandate to promote domestic cricket and discover local talent from all parts of the island. Well, you have taken the correct step.
Well done. Well done. I've been an advocate of this for a long time, Gamini. I know there were logistics involved in it, but they have got all that with the right vision. Hampered by rain, the tournament, but still it has produced some outstanding cricket talent. Some top players are involved in Test cricket in the emerging tour to West Indies. That has opened up the pathway for some lesser known youngsters in particular. Vishwa Lahiru, Sri Lanka under 19 cap.
Yeah, hasn't he been a revelation? 15 wickets off his first 13 games in T20 format. Getting some turn. First change for Panadura. Completely beaten. Flight and nearly turned also.
So 3 spinners with the new ball.
Yeah, that's the beauty of T20 cricket. Sometimes when you look at a pitch and when you bat first, you don't know how many runs is enough. And suddenly, once you got the runs on the board, then you can
Oh, I
maneuver.
can see Upali Seneviratne there. No name at Panadura Sports Club.
No run, no run. Yeah, my boy.
Die-hard cricket supporter. There he is in the lighter shade, supporting their players. Wonderful individual. Cricket fanatic. Good cricketer during his day.
This has been a good over so far for Vishwa. Just 2 off the first 5 deliveries. He's looking to finish it off well. The final delivery. At this stage, Panadura can do away with the boundaries. And that's what they do. Terrific over. Just a couple of singles. So required run rate just nudging towards 10. 9.49 to be exact. Well, we've got a game on our hands. Don't count your chickens yet, but there are plenty of batting to come from NCC.
Is that Sadir Samaravikram at the far end? He's supposed to play the next game.
They'll be watching very closely about the surface.
Panadura skipper Dushan Hemanta played his cricket at St. Peters. Watch him. 73 matches, 71 wickets, best of 6 for 23 in T20 format.
A handy average too, 15.85. In any format, it's handy to get 5 wickets, but in T20 format, when you have a 5-er, gee, in 4 overs.
He has added 6. 1 5-wicket haul is a 6 wicket.
Oh, there are some youngsters.
Oh yeah, I can see Kaven Patirana, I can see Anik Fernando. That's the St. Joseph's lot. I wonder whether the Manasa Madhubashan is around. There's no Indo cricket here? No. CCC is involved with squash too. Too many dot balls.
Yeah, we saw how handy Ravin Sev was with his wrist spin. That was more of a... Although it had turned, it did turn, but that was a ball that you produce with front of the hand.
One.
Basically, you're expecting that to skid on.
He has a very deceptive, quicker delivery to Dushan Hemanta. He's got a wimp that he has a chance to get to the final, and he was very confident that his bowling attack would defend any total that he would get.
Well, so far we have seen 4 spinners.
One.
So there are 16 overs for you out of 20. So all they need to find is another bowler, and yeah, this is great.
People come.
And it's a nice location too.
I think
You can watch the game from either side, right around the ground, Harita, with it open. Oh, nicely bowled. Loop, turn, bounce, everything right about that one. The leg spinner's dream.
Sasinu Malchan is keeping wickets. Oh, he came out of the crease to take it on the half volley. That's good. Didn't do most of the time.
That's another very good over. Just 4 singles. Another over without a boundary for NCC. They'll need few. 45 for 2 after 8 overs.
So NCC 45 for 2 after 8. Current required rate.
So NCC 45 for 2 after 8 overs. See Jivaka trying to go on a reverse sweep. They don't need to play these kind of shots, Michael.
But I think it's a bit of pressure. Polly needs to get on with the game. More than 10 runs per over. See that 121 in 71 deliveries, so they need to get a move on. Jivaka taken 27 deliveries for just 16, so I think they need to, one batsman needs to keep going. Sahana is 6 off 11, so they've taken their time. Then one, it would be Jivaka to go after the bowling now. After bowling his second over, just none for 3.
Picked up especially by Sahana Rachige. Fielder getting underneath it, and that's another wicket to fall. So Sahana Rachige has to depart. NCC losing their third wicket at 46. So Panadura slowly and steadily taking control over this game.
As well as the Polly pressure building. One of them had to go. Skipper. It's a good catch. But under it. Eyes on the ball. San walking back. Caught Nimesh bowled a Vishwa for just 6 off 12. It is sliding further now.
Panadura bowlers have kept things under control. We're in the 9th over of the innings, just 46 runs scored. NCC need 120 more, or 69 deliveries. As you said, the run rate is creeping up. The required run rate now is 10.43.
It's coming Bandara, another left-hander. Manufacturing left-handers. Been just the one right-hander, Jivaka. Kavin Bandara, 14 innings, 288 runs, 26 average, and a good strike rate of 129 plus highest of 82. Definitely will.
These two batters need to put up a good partnership to get NCC back into the game, and the partnership should produce runs quickly.
There's some bounce there. There is suddenly coming up, and Bandara not expecting that. Again, played in there, but down to that long off fielder. And off the mark.
Kavin Bandara gets off the mark with that single, taking NCC on to 47. Jivaka Shashin.
From Jivaka, all the others have been left-handers who have come out. Whether they have any more. Using his feet, but not sure. Depending on it.
They need to get those runs quickly now, because the required run rate is going up. 9 overs gone, 48 for 3. In 18 runs needed of 66 deliveries.
That means they keep losing wickets. What does Jivaka do? Does he keep on end up, or does he go after the bowling? Cannot afford to lose another.
That's nicely played. Got the cap. That's racing into the boundary.
Slight misfield of fielder. Tried to get that dive out, but couldn't. In a ring. Much needed boundary.
Well, NCC need a couple of more of those.
Should have been stopped.
It's down the leg side.
Oh. Needed a direct hit. Would have been curtains for Jivaka. Straight to the fielder. Definitely was
Should have been a direct hit.
the wicket keep in the wrong place because he took the ball from front of the stumps. Spectators.
Game when the lights are on. This is the first time this type of tournament is played on the lights, and that's caught and ball. So that's the end of Jivaka. Shashin, he's gone for 22. Dushan Hemanta gets that wicket. So NCC further deep in trouble. They're losing their fourth wicket at 52.
Only they're just creating pressure. Good return catch there. Kept his eyes on the ball. So the fourth wicket down. Caught and ball Dushan. But for 22 of 32 deliveries with just 2 boundaries.
Well, NCC should think of someone who could change the complexion of the game. Get some big hits. Bring that required run rate down. Dushman the Chamira. Dushman the Chamira is coming in.
Supposed to see Dushman the Chamira coming in ahead of Chamika.
Possibly, Michael, he might be asked to go after the bowling. He's capable of doing that.
Well, it's not
Getting a
easy.
couple of big shots.
Well, it's not easy to get a leg spinner away. He has just come out to swing. Problem is, it's not like hitting off spinner. It's art.
Got 2 runs there to him.
Hemanta out. While old Fox, I would say, is really good at his bowling. Not easy to just get him away.
Bowled pretty well today too, Michael. Well, nicely played again.
Nice ball.
Possibly 2 more runs or a single. Just a single there.
Chamika will have to really make a difference. You can see Chamika standing there.
Chamika Karunaratne might be coming in next. And down the wicket cut, that's Kavin Bandara. 2 more runs to the total.
An end of the 10th over, NCC have progressed to 55 for 4.
So it's 57 for 4. 10 overs gone. Dushman Chamira sent in early, looking for some runs.
left armer. Choose his areas, sorry, or will be turning away from him. Ball that comes in. Yeah, see. Not sure how long this is going to work.
That's Vishwa.
Samira needs to get the boundaries. Vishwa's bowled really well. Bowling his third. Played at 2 overs, 1 for 6. It's not easy to get him away.
Yeah, NCC batters should do something extraordinary. That's nicely played by Kevin Bandara, but there is a fielder right down on the boundary. Just a single.
Kevin Bandar will have to really do something extraordinary. There we see Dushmantha Chamira, 57 innings, 219 runs. So not a lot of runs, Polly, just the average of 7. Strike rate also is 94. To get that up above the 100. Using his feet. Back to the bowler. It's a big hits, Polly.
Yeah, must be really wanting to get some good hits.
Every dot ball is pressure on the team, on the batsman to come.
Yes!
There we go. That was on the cards.
It's another wicket to fall. That's Dushmantha Chamira. So NCC further losing their way, 59 for 5. Just a wild swing.
Hold it a bit slow. Was darting it in earlier, but he knew that Dushmantha Chamira was going to have a heave at it. Hold it a bit slow. Played early. Old Vishwa. Just the 4 runs of 5 deliveries, so that ploy not working for NCC.
I think, Michael, the ball is coming in a bit slower than in the first innings.
I think that was deliberately bowled slower, because he was darting it earlier. The earlier batsman, so Charmik coming out now. Don't think Charmik would have liked the Dushmantha going ahead of him, knowing Charmik. Best likes to get on with the game.
59 for 5 NCC. Chasing 166 to win this game. Halfway stage of the innings. Long way to go. Panadura very much on top.
Batsman taking the time. What can Charmika do?
Shamika Karuratna, the AC 95 innings, 1,179 runs, average of 24.56, strike rate 129.41, a very good strike rate. He needs to get some good hits. Still 107 runs needed for NCC. 5 wickets in hand.
That's a long way to go.
Pushed away on the leg side. He gets a single, so he's off the mark. The very first delivery he faced.
See, Polly, that was pushed in much more flatter and faster.
Panadura using their spin as well, Michael. Rotating their ball as well. Not allowing NCC to take control of the game.
Again, flat and fast. I mean, just going down the ground for a single. This is going to hurt NCC. They need big runs. 11 overs gone. NCC 61 for 5.
They see the lights are on. As I was telling earlier, Michael, it's the first time a major tournament of this club tournament being played under lights. The 2 semi-finals, and then the final also will be played on the On Sunday, sorry. You see the summary. Panadura Sports Club getting 165 for 7 of 20 overs. Vishen Halabage being their top scorer with 55. Nimesh Vimukti getting 43 and Dushan Hemanta getting 21. There was a loud appeal there, but umpire Chamra Soiza not happy with it. One more run to the total, 62 on the board.
That was going on with the arm, was it? It looked like the googly, yes. Dushan Hemanta thought otherwise.
Got an edge at the bat, that's why a run was given. So 62 on the board.
But we see some hitting now. Someone needs to go, Polly.
It's definitely 104 needed of 53 deliveries. Chamaki Kararatna pushing it towards the square leg region, gets a single. Panadura Sports Club might be happy in giving singles.
You see their dugout looks much more relaxed. This game, basically, the right on top.
One.
Okay, good. Even the running between the wickets now, Polly, has slowed down a bit. They're not looking for that second to at least put some pressure on the fielders. 3 singles in this over. It's really good bowling by Dushan. 1 for 16.
Well, singles won't definitely help them, Michael. A couple of boundaries needed very badly at this stage for NCC. That's Chamaki Kararatna trying to put it away towards the mid-wicket boundary, but well fielded in the boundary there. Just a single.
He's got his areas covered. Bowling to his field. Happy to give the singles.
Just 4 singles in this over.
This one in there. He gets a boundary, finally. I mean, getting a boundary, a much needed boundary. Need quite a lot of those.
Definitely, they need a lot of those.
For that reverse sweep.
See, 97 needed of 49 deliveries. Not impossible, but they need some big hits. As we say that, that's another wicket to fall. That's coming. Bandara has to go. And Panadura getting the 6th wicket. NCC is 69 for 6.
That's in 12 overs.
The last man dismissed was Kavin Bandara. Played his school cricket at DS Senanayaka. Now Dinit Gunwadana, the Tomian, comes out. These two have been consistent scorers for the Maitland Place team, but they are in dire straits. Now Dushan Hemanta with 2 for 21 is now the top wicket taker in the tournament. He has 13 wickets. He's jumped ahead of Sampath Nishank of NCC, who had 12. He's not playing in this game because of an injury. Vishwa Lairu has 2. And Senitha Halamage has 2. Out of the 4 spinners who operated. This man Vishen Halamage is also capable of rolling his arm over.
The way Panadura SC has gone about this innings, Haritha, 4 spinners, 3 overs each so far. They'll have to find another bowler from somewhere. Gunadhan gets off the mark. Yeah, certainly very tricky surface, I'll tell you. Obviously NCC wouldn't have thought when they came to bowl in the afternoon. Sulahiru 15 wickets, terrific average 11.
These are young players who have made the mark, who are not very familiar on pitch. Now they are. That's the good thing about this live coverage of domestic cricket.
Out! Tore the bat, Dinet Gunadhan looking to do the right thing by his team. Idea was right, the shorter side, 65-yard boundary towards that Maitland Crescent, but just didn't get it. Well, they are falling like 10 pins at the moment, NCC. Yeah, you mentioned about the coverage, and this is the beauty of it. Some fancied high-riding teams playing against lesser-known teams, and it gives them
Yeah, it all started when the star-studded SSC side was outgunned by Malay Cricket Club in the segment B final. Yeah, now Vishwal Iyer has 3 wickets. Lights fully on. The infrastructure development here, the lights, the nets, the wonderful clubhouse facilities, retaining the old clubhouse as much as possible. Then the giant screen, they'll probably upgrade the scoreboard too. Certainly some upgrading at the media enclosure here from where we are talking to you. Ravin Sir from Trinity in his school days.
Yeah, they're looking down the barrel on the NCC required rate 13.12. That'll be called a wide.
Only 3 wickets left.
It's a terrific story. It's a fairy tale, really. Some of these teams to come to the big stage and everyone is watching around. In this case, not only around the country, it's around the world. There are so many streams that are going around, even to India, even some other countries. Well, this is what you do not want. There is a drizzle. But at this stage, I think Panadura SC are very much in front as far as the result is concerned when it comes to Duckworth Lewis. But we do have another game to come, so let's hope that this is just a very, very short one.
Yeah, towards the Company with the Slave Island area, there's a heavy downpour. The Lotus Tower in front of us, not all that obscure. It's a passing cloud. Chandrika Amarasinghe, standby umpire, comes in with the umbrella. The ground staff, 20 of them, coming out with the covers. It's a very confident Panadura team that is slowly moving out of the playing area.
Yeah, like I said, the 5 overs required to constitute a result is already completed. So we are into the 13th over. Sorry, 16th over. So Panadura, like I said, they wouldn't mind about the next game. They are through at this stage. Once we get those the equation and the Duckworth Lewis scenario we will update you on that one. But at the moment, they are not very good pictures if you're waiting at home to watch some cricket. But
That old hand has been here for over 4 decades. Pelting rain for the moment. It won't be for too long, I'll tell you that. But it's unfortunate.
yeah, for those who have just joined us, the first semi-final, and NCC had a mammoth task on a deteriorating surface to get 166. Dikwella started briskly. He got 19 off 10. Jivaka 22 off 32, and then it's a really sorry scorecard, to be honest. None of the batters have got to double figures. Right now they are 74 for 7.
Yeah, Kavin Bandara got to 11. He's the only one who got to double figures out of that lot that were dismissed after the 2 openers got into double figures.
It's all spin from both sides. You can make a case for pretty much every bowler. The only bowler who has not picked up a wicket is Nimesh, but he's bowled 12 dot balls in his 3 overs. Economy rate of 4.67, which is magnificent in T20 cricket. All the other 3 bowlers, 2 wickets for Senitha, Vishwa 3, and Dushan 2. So they're all successful in the wickets column, and that's why NCC are reeling right now.
Yeah, at 23 without loss going at a canter, Senitha Halamage picked up 2 wickets in 2 balls. That of Dikwella and Mishara. They never look back, although 23 runs were added for the 3rd wicket. So wickets have been falling at regular intervals after that. The last 5 wickets have gone down for the addition of just 26 runs, and that tells that sorry story of the NCC reply. So we have to take a break. There's plenty of rain. I don't think this match will start for the continuation, but if it does, we'll be back. Until such time, we take a break.